So what's going on? It's Foot Pete here with another Ironman Progress series episode, and I think it's time to push for more mid-level game-ish upgrades, and that means we're starting with melee, so we are doing the Monkey Freaking Madness 1 for the Dragon Scimitar. Monkey Madness 1 is a very famous quest, probably because it unlocks the Dragon Scimitar, which is in my opinion the best dragon weapon in the game. But it's also done on the Ape Atoll, which is like the Australia on Gillinor. Tons of venomous vermin that also hit very hard, and not to mention all those monkeys which are not playing games as they are very aggressive towards you. But in my opinion I should be prepared to finish this quest without any major issues. So let's start the Monkey Madness and let the games begin. So, long story short, we need to help the Gnome King track down his 10th squad of elite warriors. They were sent here to decommission the shipyard. They weren't even able to get here, probably because of the strong winds, so it's up to us to save them. So, before I venture forth to Ape Atoll, I'm bringing my emergency teleport, which is the RD Cloak, 2 prayer potions, 1 anti-poison, some strange fruit as a budget stamina potion, and some food for healing, and of course, the gold bar for a quest itself. Man, I can't express how happy I am that the quest helper is guiding me through this puzzle. Just look at this, over 150 steps to finish this whole puzzle. And done. So here we are, Ape Atoll, and its first inhabitant, level 38 Scorpion. Don't get fooled because he has max hit of 15 and is also poisonous. Anyways, this is where the fun begins. So if tip number 1 is to have the emergency teleport with you at all times, the second one is do not hesitate to use your prayer points, anti-poison and food on this quest. Because as I've said, the vermin is not playing nice. So make sure the protect from ranged is on and we're in. There we go. So now I need to wait for the gorilla to change shift with the other one. Pick the lock and report to Garkor, which should be near the temple. So now I'm outside. And let's run. Silly gorillas. Yeah, look at this. There is this level 38 Scorpion capable of max hitting of 15 and I don't even see him on the minimap. Jagex, what the hell? And here is Garkor. He will tell us how to blend in with the habitat, but that also means the hardest part of the quest is here, which is traversing through this intestine-like looking dungeon, because there is a gnome mage Zunog who will make us the monkey speak amulet and the monkey gree. So let's get the regions for the items first. Ow. 13 and a poison? You for real? And a 9 as well? Holy damn. So here are the monkey dentures, let's take one. And also the amulet mold should be in this room. There it is. So let's tally out and resupply from the bank because as I've said, the hardest part is coming right now. Ape Atoll Dungeon. This intestine-like looking maze is filled with monsters, filled with dangerous traps, and it's also super long. So that's why I'm bringing 2 prayer potions, 1 anti-poison, 10 strange fruit and 10 lobsters. That should do the trick. So let's save the anti-poison and push forward. I've tagged all the zombie gorillas just so I can see them through the ceiling, and if I'll see I'm getting low on prayer points, I'll just prayer flag, but I have already 43 prayers, so that should not be a problem. And I've made it straight to Zunok. And also plenty of supplies left. So now I have to give the Zunok the monkey dentures and the gold bar, and he will trade me an enchanted bar from which I can make the monkey speaking amulet. I just have to smelt the amulet at the furnace in the temple above. Also note that some gorillas in the temple act as walls, which means you cannot run through them. So if you get trapped, tally out as soon as you can, but otherwise just wiggle around them until you see an opening and climb through the trapdoor. And now I just have to use the enchanted bar on the wall of flame, and I got the unstrung monkey amulet. I just need to string it now. And with the monkey speak amulet, now I can talk to monkeys. Now I just need to look like one. And to be able to do that, I just need these 5 bananas, head straight back to Ape Atoll, get captured again, spring myself from the monkey prison, and this time head west because there is this monkey child who will give me, after short gaslighting, the monkey talisman. Also there is this monkey's aunt who, as soon as she spots me, she'll call the guards to recapture me again. Yeah, poor monkey, she thought this is 20 bananas. So, does he give me the talisman now? The child doesn't have it yet. So let's wait here for a little bit. And there it is, there's the monkey talisman, which I need now to give that to Mage Zunok with some monkey bones, and he'll turn that into an item which will transform me into a monkey. So me versus the Ape Atoll Dungeon, part 2. Which is exactly the same as before. So finally there it is, the Karamjan monkey Grigri. So now I have to spring one of the monkeys from the Ardoin Zoo and bring it back to King of the Monkeys on Ape Atoll. Also notice how the vermin on this island are no longer attacking me because I'm transformed into a monkey. So alliance with the Ape Atoll monkeys was proposed, so now I just need to report to Garkor. And he gives me the 10th squad medallion, through which I can teleport straight to the last boss of this quest. So it's time for boss fight exploration! And boss of Monkey Madness 1 is the Jungle Demon. Decent stats for a master quest boss capable of doing 32 max hit while also being able to attack both with melee and magic. Luckily for me, he has no additional defense against ranged in general, so that's gonna be my weapon of choice. The good thing is I'll have the whole 10th Gnome Squadron to assist me in terms of damage. The bad thing is I will have to be the one who deals the finishing blow, otherwise the Jungle Demon regenerates roughly 20% of his HP. So I'm going in with this setup, and with my 51 ranged I have about 40% chance of hitting him, so let's hope RNG will be in my favor. So let's shade the 10th squad medallion. So we're here, protect magic right off the bat. Left click the Jungle Demon, put on the Eagle Eye, and now it's just game of RNG. Yeah, I brought 64 doses of Pure Potions, so I should be fine, I hope. Come on, is this it? Hell yeah, first try. No resets at all. So there we go, Monkey Madness 1 finished, 3 quest points, access to Ape Atoll, 10k coins, 3 diamonds, and access to Dero's training. Well, I'm still missing a few attack levels from being able to equip my Dragon Scimitar, so I'm emphasizing on attack and defense rather than strength and hit point XP. And now, the main reason why I've been doing all this. 100k. Dragon Scimitar, come to papa. Well, I'm still on 54 attack, so time to grind out a little bit, and I'll see you in 6 levels. And there it is, finally 60 attack. Just look at the difference of these stats with the Dragon Scimitar. Damn nice. So now that my melee weapon is secured, it's time to work on my mage weapon and ranged weapon. For the mage, I've picked the Iban staff, which is a reward from the Underground Pass quest, as it's capable of casting the Iban's blast, which is devastating damage of 25. When compared to the regular bolt or blast spells, this one is a heavy hitter. So without further ado, let's begin the Underground Pass. Yeah, walking in like Lathos, what up dog? Yeah, I should also note that the Underground Pass quest is much easier than Monkey Madness 1. So first agility check, swing across the pit with the rope, and if you miss this one or if you fail, you sacrifice the rope and you fall downstairs. So that's the reason why I brought 2 extra ropes for this. And here is the 5x5 grid. If you step on the wrong one, you take up to 15 damage, like this. So you need to get back, and the point of this puzzle is to get across. The correct path is permanent and unique to each player, and I have to do this just by trial and error. So try this one, and yep, it's fine. So shift right click, mark tile. So now I know this tile is correct for me. And this one as well. Almost there. Nice. And nope. Could it be? Yep, this is the one. So now I know this path is correct, so let's mark all the tiles, because you'll be walking through here in the future quest as well. So I'm continuing further with the tunnel, and because I have 50 thieving, I can skip this spike maze, therefore risking losing more health. This is one of the benefits why I'm leveling skills just for no reason. It's a cute unicorn, would be a shame if something happened to it. Yeah, turn him into a mincemeat. I kind of feel sorry for those paladins. They just give you some food and supplies to continue this quest, and then you just need to kill them and loot their badges. And down the drain these badges go, and unicorn horn as well. And there we are, almost at the very end of this quest. I need to loot the Iban's doll from this witch's house, and I'm starting to question myself if it was a good idea to bring this much stuff with me. Well, probably not, but it's still like if you cross this bridge, there's like a chance that you fall down and take some damage. So I guess that's also the reason why you get so much food in this quest. Well, I killed the 3 demons, protects from melee MVP, I cannot emphasize enough, and I got this strange dark liquid from this chest. I poured it over the Iban's doll, so I need to head back to the dwarf encampment. You fill a bucket with the dwarf brew. Should I be asking at this point what's in the brew? Smells stronger than most spirits. So I poured the brew over the tomb and lit it with a tinderbox. What should happen? What could possibly go wrong here? Yeah, these dwarves must have some strong stuff in that brew. Let me tell you. Last kill before meeting the master Iban himself, and I got Zamorak Monk top and Monk bottom. Even though it has like lower prayer bonus, it finally has some magic attack bonus, so that could prove slightly useful in the future. And strategy for this quote-unquote boss? Just slam dunk the doll of Iban into the well in front of me. Done and done. And look at my inventory, Iban staff. Not sure why the counter was saying like 1.4k, but it's 120 actually. And now finally Kovdik will escort me back to the entrance so I could report to King Lethas what actually happened here. So there we go, 3k agility and 3k attack XP, and of course ability to use the Iban staff. Well, I believe according to those rewards I should have done this quest much earlier. What can you do? So now that I've secured my mage weapon, it's time to go for the last one, ranged. And the reason why I've picked the Underground Pass quest for the Iban staff is its recommended way to kill a crazy archaeologist with mage. The crazy archaeologist not only drops Rune crossbow, which would be a nice upgrade for my range setup, but also an amulet of power and a red dragonite body. The only downside for this is it's in wilderness, so there might be a chance of me running into some PKers, so plan for the crazy archaeologist are several short rounds with a super budget setup. So let's upgrade the Iban staff through this Dark Mage in West Ardoin, which is also a medium RD task. So now the staff is capable of holding 2.5k charges instead of the regular 120. And if I check it, yeah, it says 2.5k in the chat, but the tooltip on the weapon still says 120. Might be my plugin's broken. So let's check it. Yes, Iban staff is kept if I die in the wilderness, along with the 2 other most valuable items on me. And my setup for the crazy archaeologist trip would look something like this. AKA best prayer / magic items that I have, and also 200 casts of Iban blast. I don't want to bring too many death runes because you never know when you run into a PKer, and I do not have a lot of death runes in my bank. And there's also a special attack when he says Rain of Knowledge and he throws these orange books which just explode. So the best thing I found is just find 2 spots, one near him, one far from him, and just alternate between these 2 for every cast. So kill number 14, what's it gonna be? Oh, red dead body, nice. So let's bank it and do a quick resupply. So a few KC later and I'm out of death runes, so let's do a quick wine run in Aldarin for some more cash and then we repeat. So I got 1000 casts of Iban Blast, let's hope for the best. I already have 29 KC on the crazy archaeologist, I'm sure the amulet of power and the rune crossbows will drop soon. So kill number 30 and amulet of power, nice. What did I tell you guys, what did I tell you? Don't tell me the next KC are the rune crossbows. Well, only one way to find out, as soon as I bank my amulet of power. So kill number 31 and it's rune crossbows. Man, Murphy's law, Murphy's laws, I tell you. Can't believe I spent like 1 hour or more than that to grind out the wines and Aldarin for some cash just to get the rest of the loot 2 KC later. So these are my 3 big upgrades from today's episode. Man, I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to drop a like, consider a sub, and I'll see you next time. Peace.